Hi, welcome back everybody. And this video here is we talk about half section. And the half section, this is the best used with symmetrical object. When you have two-sided are equal, then you would use this half section instead of drawing the full section. Cutting the plane line passing half section through and 1/4 of the object is removed. Inside and outside the object can be seen simultaneously. Center line is still used to represent middle object. In half section, the object is cut only halfway through. A quarter section is removed. See the given problem here, showing two view of an object. A cutting plane is added to the front view with only one arrowhead to indicate the viewing direction. Also, a quarter section is removed, and in this example, the right side is sectioned accordingly. So as you can see, this is the good example here. This is the direction of the side, section view, no hidden line, and regular view, hidden line if necessary. So this is regular. This is your no hidden line. But to show the full half section, you would show just if everything is symmetrical, you would just show just a section of the view. As you can see from here, this is a good example of the isometric view of the half section. As you can see, the direction from the direction of the side, we're gonna cut that little section here. If they're all the same kind of a section, then you would just show this that little portion here instead of showing the entire section. Half sections are best used when the object is symmetrical, that is the same shape and size on both sides of the cutting plane line. In this example, the top half of the right side illustrate the interior, the bottom half illustrate the exterior. This is the exterior, this is your interior. A center line is used to separate the two halves of the half section. A solid line would indicate the presence of the real edge, which would be false information. So rather than showing them with too many view, you would just show this section view. Broken out section, and if you look at this given the regular two view of the object, and if you just show this top view and the front view, and nobody know what's going to happen here because it's really somewhat confusing with this. Here you have one little neck here, and then you have another one right at the bottom. So it would be better to block that section out. Just block it in a small section, and you can see from here that this isometric view here, this is the broken out section here, and take this portion out, and you're gonna see this section here. Now you can transfer that onto your front view, and this section line added to broken out area only. As you can see, this is the area that is gonna show this section here, and the broken line thick, put it in by hand. This is a line here, this broken line here, you're gonna have to do it by hand. You don't need any tool to draw it. And rotated section, you can call them rotated or revolve. It's the same way. This is used to illustrate webs, ribs, bars, arms, spokes, or similar feature. Rotation is at 90 degrees to cutting plane line. Remove section is now preferred to revolve or rotated section. If you look at this figure here, it's a two-view drawing of an arm. the cross-sectional view shape of the center portion of the arm is not defined. In drafting, no feature should be remain questionable, and the section through the center portion of the arm would provide the complete information. And from here, you have an axis of cutting plane rotation at the line of symmetry. This is the line of symmetry. That means doesn't matter if you rotate it any way you want, still be the same kind of section. Here they show, if you want to show the section, they always show the distance. If the distance y from the top view, you're going to show it on the front view as well. You can see it from the previous slides. Let's continue on to look at this revolve section, rotate section, and note that the break line in the front view are on each side of the sectional view and put in freehand. So you're going to put it in freehand. Notice that dimension X is transferred from the top view to the sectional view of the feature. In this example, front view dimension Y in the front view, dimension Y in the top view is also transferred to the front view. Here from the top view, X also show it at the front view. Top view Y also show it at the front view Y. This is the finished drawing is illustrated. Now if you cut this imaginary cutting plane, you cut it at the middle of these two holes, you're gonna see this little section here. So you would add a break line by hand to show that section of the object. Remove section. Remove section. This is similar to rotated section, except it's placed away from the drawing. As you can see here, this is a revolved or rotated section. You would just use your hand and break this line and show the section of this portion here. But then if you want to remove the section, you can. You don't want to show this section here. Don't show this section. No, don't show this section here, not that section. And in that case, you're going to show this remove section. So remove section, as with a re-rotated section, is also used to illustrate the cross-section of ribs, webs, bar, arm, spokes, and other similar feature of an object. So this is the ribs here. You show this cross-section of the ribs rather than showing the entire object. Do not draw feature other than this section area. Remove section to view some of this section here. If it's different section, you would just cut a section here, cut a section here, cut a section here to show a different shape of the section. From here to here, this portion here is the square in size, and this object here from this point to about this point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eight-sided polygon, and then from this point forward is the round circle. If there's no room enough on the same page and the remove section is drawn on another page, a page number cross-reference must be given as to where the remove section may be found. The page where the remove section is located must refer back to the page from which the section is taken. For example, section AA sheet 2 of 4. So in other words, if you're out of room and you want to create to make that section a little bit larger, and you could make it larger here. And if you look at this, you have a directional side here, and you look at this section here, and when you cut through this section, you're gonna enlarge it, and in order to show the section, what the section looks like. And when you have a hollow hole, is you always not to shade them. We're gonna go on to auxiliary view next video, and we're gonna end it here. Let's go to the next video for the auxiliary section.